If you are a Texas resident and you're thinking about visiting one of our close state neighbors for a little bit of marijuana to bring back with you, keep in mind that it may not necessarily be that good of an idea. I'll tell you why on this week's video. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great week and gearing up for another good weekend. Now, laws and attitudes around the country relating to marijuana are changing. And depending on how you look at it, they're changing rapidly or they're changing very slowly depending on where you live. In some places around the country, it's already completely legal, even on recreational terms, to use, to consume, to possess, and sometimes to even grow marijuana. However, I practice in the state of Texas, and here in the state of Texas, they have been very slow to adopt those policies. In fact, almost none of them have been adopted. Marijuana is still very much illegal here in this state. Now, a lot of Texas residents are attempting to get around this by traveling to a state like Oklahoma, where you can purchase marijuana with a medicinal license, or to Colorado, where you can purchase marijuana freely, and then bringing that back to Texas. I'm here to caution you against that. Something to keep in mind is when you do that, especially if you're bringing back marijuana no longer in plant form. So I mean edibles, vape pens, any types of oils, wax, hash, anything like that. If you're bringing that back to Texas, because it's no longer in plant form, that is an automatic felony level offense. It's not a misdemeanor. It is a felony in Texas to be in possession of that. It's considered possession of a controlled substance. Possession of marijuana is a misdemeanor in Texas, but the way the law is written, possession of marijuana is only applicable if it's marijuana in its plant form. Once it is no longer in its plant form, it is considered THC, and THC is considered a felony level controlled substance. So keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is law enforcement, especially in the border counties, of the counties in Texas that border Oklahoma, that border New Mexico, that border the trip in from Colorado, are very well aware of what's happening. And so they're on high alert to pull over as many cars as they can, knowing that there is typically a greater likelihood of them finding this THC in cars coming from those directions than anywhere else in the state, right? And so you are likely going to be subject to being pulled over. And if you are pulled over, I've done videos on how almost non-existent the Fourth Amendment is these days as it relates to vehicle searches. They're going to find a way to search the vehicle, and if they find that THC in your car, they can charge you or anybody in that car with a felony level offense. So this video is really not to say that I agree with those policies or to comment on them one way or another. It's simply to raise awareness that that is something that exists here in the state of Texas. It's something that is prosecuted very regularly, especially in more conservative counties such as Collin or Denton. And it is something that people are having to spend thousands of dollars and years of their life trying to fix and clean up after the fact so that it doesn't go on their record as a controlled substance felony conviction. As always, if you have any questions about this or any other topic that I've handled in any other video, two things for you to do. One, make sure to come by the live stream that I do every Sunday night over on Twitch. The link is in the video description below. We can talk about this. I can answer any follow-up questions that you may have. We can discuss the pros and cons of these types of policies, really just chat about anything. So come by, check out the live stream, and hang out on Sundays at 7:45. Number two, either email me, call me, or drop me a line here and let me know what questions you have, because I can always do a follow-up video if there's something that is piquing y'all's interest. As always, I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great week next week. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. And until then, be good, stay on the right side of the bars.